Hey, this is Marcus Washington, MTC Media. So, as we work our way through EuroBasket, starting to get towards the tail end of group play, you're starting to see some of the differences between um, international basketball when they use NBA players or professional players and the NBA themselves. And sometimes we just take a look and we start thinking, well, this person is this in the NBA, so that means in these competitions. And for someone like myself who watches international competitions throughout, not just on Olympic years, I watch all the qualifiers. I love watching international basketball. It's kind of my thing. And so some of the subtle differences that gets probably overlooked by American media. And we'll start with Luka Doncic. So Luka Doncic had a triple double the other day. Slovenia won. In other games, they have struggled. And, the first thing it says is his supporting cast. Now, Luka's had better supporting cast before with Slovenia. Things happen, injuries happen, those type of things happen. So even though all these guys want to play for their national team, every last one of them is one of the great things about this. Um, Sometimes they just don't have enough. And in Slovenia's case, they don't have enough for the non Doncic minutes. If you've watched Eurobasket, some of the non Doncic minutes have been it's been hard. And it's not that these guys need to be superstars. They can't turn the ball over and they can't foul. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing turnovers, you see fouls, and that hurts because there have been games where teams are in the bonus. Now, mind you, it's 10-minute quarters. Teams are in the bonus with over 7 minutes left. I mean, it's absolutely positively ridiculous. In Doncic's case, the bench just needs to be able to be competent in the non Doncic minutes. And in the past, he's had that. Same thing goes with Giannis. In the past, on this Greek team, he's had um, very good supporting cast in his minutes that he's sitting out. Uh, Today's game against Bosnia, it was not their best work simply because Giannis set this game out. And so they had to play 40 minutes without him. And though they had these decent runs, and though it was probably more competitive than some probably thought it was going to be in stretches, it's just hard to do that over 40 minutes. And that's the other big thing with the difference between international basketball and the NBA. 40 minutes. 40 minutes allows guys like Doncic and Giannis to carry their country. That 8 minutes is nothing to trifle at because it's 40 minutes with rosters that aren't as good as NBA rosters. So now I have 8 less minutes and the competition is not as good. It's not, it doesn't have as much depth as it is night in, night out in the NBA. And that's the other thing, too. Not just, don't compare it to the Olympics. That's not night in, night out. Night in, night out in the NBA for 48 minutes. So they can carry them, which is, again, why you're going to see some of the stars on these teams just put up what I like to call bubblegum card numbers. I mean, that's because it's a shorter thing. They'll get to the free throw line. All this complaint about SGA being a foul merchant. Luka is nothing but a foul merchant here. That's from the beginning of EuroBasket. He's been nothing but a foul merchant. So let's chill on that term and acting like it's some sort of criticism for SGA and SGA only. Nah, bro. Um, Whereas when you get over to Jokic, over to Serbia, one of the most frustrating things, and it's happened in EuroBasket, it's happened in Olympic qualifying, it's happened in the Olympics, and it's happening in EuroBasket again. People talk about Jokic as if Serbia is Jokic and no one else. Like Serbia is Slovenia, like Serbia is Greece. Guys, that's not what Serbia is. This is what happens when you have one of the best players in the world and the supporting cast around him are all star in their roles. There's a reason why Serbia has dominated this. Now, mind you, Serbia has 6 current NBA players, 10 players overall that have played in the NBA. And their team looks like it, especially in this format. I can't tell you how many non-Jokic minutes have still been productive when games are still viable, because there's a ton of non-Jokic minutes when they just sit Jokic down because the game is out of control because Serbia is up by so much. We saw it yesterday. Serbia, I mean, most of the third quarter and all the fourth, Jokic didn't play. So you got to understand the differences. It's a different game. The -8 minutes means a lot. The no live ball timeouts means a lot. Those things mean a lot. And the idea that the competition is not as good and it's not this big gap that it used to be, but it's mainly in the role players. It's not in the stars. The stars play both anyway. It is in the role players. It's just a tick down. It's not 5 ticks down like it was when the Dream Team was playing. It is just a tick down. And that tick down minus the additional 8 minutes means guys like Jokic and Giannis and Doncic and all those guys can live it. Avdia from Portland that plays for Israel. Those guys really can take over a game. So know the subtle differences, and know just beyond just saying, you can smack the ball off the rim and all this stuff that people think, that people treat like a gimmick. It's so much more than that. Your roster construction, how guys play roles, how you do rotations in the minutes, all of that counts. And you also need to watch the games and understand the plays and what they do as far as conceptually in their actions. It is absolutely positively beautiful, the conceptions in their actions. So again, it's a different game without it being a different game, but it is a beautiful game, and a game that in America that college and high school should play, no doubt about it. It's Mark Swasher, MTC Media.